Hey, this is Mark, and welcome to Mark's $1 Million Challenge. And this video is for Monday. And this week's video, actually, I'm shooting this relatively early. It is only about 3:30 Central Standard Time, which is when I'm shooting this video. I'm pretty much done for the day. And the reason why I'm done, first of all, I went through the appointments that I had some follow-ups to do as well. I only had one new interview to do, and that person was a no-show. And so, I will probably call them or email them or do something later to try and reschedule that. The downside to that was that they scheduled the interview for a coffee shop down the street from where the actual business was. And so that was done by my appointment setter. Not that big of a deal. I still think in that setting I could have probably done something with them, but, I'll look and see. Later on. So this week is going to be kind of light. I believe I have appointments scheduled through Wednesday, and I've got about 6 appointments scheduled through Wednesday. And that's probably all I'm going to do this week because, over the weekend while I didn't shoot a video, one of the things that I did was I sat down and I looked at, okay, what am I going to do to make this $1 million business? And one of them was to create products for my small business. So I sat down and I mapped out 2 of them already. Won't quite share what those are just yet. And then I will probably sit down, I think, on Thursday and knock out at least one of them. So I'm really, really excited about that. And that'll be fun. This week is light for me because I'm going to be traveling on Thursday. So I'm going to spend part of Thursday kind of getting things ready. I'm going to be headed to Cleveland to hang out and just enjoy myself and have some fun. And so I'm really going to spend the rest of the week focusing on creating some additional, avenues in which I can get business in the door. I don't believe in just having one approach. I'm going to figure out some ways to get in the door of some businesses, some other ways. One of the things I looked at is maybe direct mail. I did buy a couple of WSOs. And I'm going to implement those to see how they work. And so while I won't share with you what they are, what I will do is if I believe after testing them out and trying them that they really do what they say they can, I'm going to share those with you. If it doesn't, then I'll move on to something else and I'll never bring that one up again. I'm not going to badmouth it or whoever created it. I won't do that. Not fair to them, and maybe it just didn't work for me. I don't know, but. That's what I'm looking at doing for this week. Real quick before I go on and tell you about today, and I hope I'm not going to be all over the board with this video, but I want to thank Toby for sending me, he posted a comment today to my blog, and you guys need to check that out. I mean, Toby has said a lot in there, and he's sharing a lot, and he's being open and honest about some things, and man, Toby, thank you for sending those messages, and trust me, I'm reading them, and I'm going to respond to it a little later on as well. And then for those of you who are watching, drop a line, say hi. I mean, ask a question, do something. Just let me know you're out there, and this matters to you, because it matters to me, and there are some people who have already acknowledged that this matters to them, and they're excited about it. So let me know. Let me know that you're there. All right, so today was a pretty unique day for me. I had an appointment, just one appointment today, but I had some follow-up appointments, and I think this bears saying, and I think this is really, really important. I think if you have a single approach to a business, and I know some people say this is how you get your foot in the door, and that's fine. But quite frankly, I honestly believe that using this interview method style really, really works. And so therefore, I don't believe in using just, I build websites. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. I think when you sit down and you give them all this knowledge, you literally help them with their business. They see the overall you. They see what you're really good at. And you're good at marketing, not just having somebody build a website for them. And I get, that some of you are saying, well, Mark, that's a way in the door. And you're right. It absolutely is. But I think that I don't know. I just like the fact I'm able to strike when the iron's hot, and it may require that I come back and there's a second appointment, or even a third. But quite frankly, I like the fact that when I do leave, when I do close them, not only am I getting upfront money from them, but they're set up for residual income as well. And so I think I mentioned this because this is actually the second time I'm shooting this video right now. The first one, my camera flipped out and lost everything, and so I shot it again. But if I didn't say this, if I didn't tell you about today, well, let me do that real quick. Today I had one appointment, and that person was a no-show. But I had 2 follow-ups, and then I also had a sort of a progress report for another client. And so I went, and there was a no-show, and then I had the second appointment, which was a follow-up with the jeweler that I mentioned last week. And so the jeweler, I closed him today. I closed him on a $1,500 deal, and as of right now, he's agreed to $297 in reoccurring. However, he doesn't quite understand the importance of what the reoccurring fee is for, and how important the backlinking and stuff is going to be. And I think once he sees that, he's going to easily want to go to my $500 a month reoccurring. And so pretty excited about that. And quite frankly, my goal for this business was to get it up to $5,000 a month, starting from 0, and I'm pretty dang close. And so, it's the 25th of the month, and so I'm pretty excited about that. And I suspect with the appointments I have left, I think I should be able to close at least 1 or 2 of those. And if I close one of them, for at least $1,000 and $297 a month recurring at the minimum, then I've reached my goal. And so, hats off to those of you who throw in their 2 cents with everything that I'm doing. Thank you, John Spangler. Thank you, my friend. I know you're vacationing right now, but so far so good, my friend. And I also had, and you'll find this interesting. I got comments about, I even got some private messages about the guy that I referred to in the previous video, who was the accountant who kept me forever, and instantly turned towards his website and not necessarily allow me to do the interview first. I had a follow-up with him again today, and he's very much a numbers guy, wants to see prices, wants to see things laid out, and so I did that for him. Today, laid everything out for him, with prices, and here's what I set him up with. I showed him a $1,500 price point, I showed him a $3,000 price point, then I showed him a $5,000 price point, and he looked at them, and and he said, Mark, I definitely want to do the a la carte thing, and he pointed out several things which indicated somewhere around the $2,000 to $3,000 deal with reoccurring, which we hadn't discussed that yet. I laid out prices on that, and he knows that the reoccurring is just as important as his site redo and all this other stuff. And so I'm really excited about that. But here's the interesting thing: he didn't close with me today because he wants to see how I'm going to promote him on my directory site, and he's waiting to see that. Now, I can tell you that, and this, I registered the domain name. That's all I've done. I've done nothing else yet but register the domain name. There's no directory on it yet. There's no nothing. And he wants to see that before he goes forward. He wants to see how I'm going to promote his business on this free site before he goes forward with anything else. And so I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get that done hopefully today, tonight, tomorrow morning, at some point, and get it up there and send him a link and have him look at it, and hopefully he'll be excited about that. And so I think if I really pimp him and show his business in a really positive light, then he'll be ready to go forward. That is pretty much that's pretty much it for the day. I'm going to focus on, really on thinking about some more, product creation, outline another product and get that baby ready, and then I'm going to shoot at least one or two of those, hopefully on Thursday. Finish early on Thursday because I know I have a couple of appointments, at least one or two on Thursday, and then devote the rest of my time to getting myself ready to get out of Kansas City and to get to Cleveland early Friday morning. So that's pretty much it. Again, I'm gonna ask my friends out there, from the Warrior Farm, hey, post, let me know. You got questions? Look, I'll answer what I can. I like doing them in the videos. I think it's easier, it's fun, but I want to connect with as many of you out there as I can, and just kind of let you know what happens. So that's it for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.